Okay. So in the last session, we have we haven't covered the encapsulation, right? So this is the last, this is one of the last OOPS concept that needs to be understood, right? And for that, this is completely related with the access modifier, which we have learned,
Yeah.
which we have learned, right? And see, I have written down all this definition or important things related to encapsulation. But yeah, in general I would say that encapsulation is known as data hiding, but that's not the entirely true, right? This line number 7. And encapsulation refers to the bundling of related fields and methods to achieve the data hiding. So basically what happens that in the real world, there are something there are some data, there are few data like which should not be accessible outside any class. So when we say that particular data is not accessible outside any class, or that should be accessible within few class only, so for them we give the private modifier, we use private modifier or protected modifier if we want to use it in multiple class but within the same package, right? But
Mm.
let's say there are a scenario that that details is required, like whatever the value is stored into that method or into that variable, that needs to be that is required outside the class from other package as well, right? So in that case, we need to handle the we need to implement something so that that details or the value stored in the class is achieved. Okay, I'll go with the real world example. So let's say in a company, employee is there, right? Correct.
Yeah.
Correct, employee is there, and each employee have the salary, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So so salary is a kind of confidential detail which should not be accessed to everyone, correct?
Yeah.
So let's say in the company we have different departments: HR department, payroll department, account departments, legal department, everything, right? So legal department uh, do not want to deal with the employees, right? Or they do not have to care about the employee salary, but the payroll team and the HR team, they should be aware about the employee salary, right? Because they need to pay,
Yeah.
because they need to pay. Sorry, payroll needs to pay the salary, and HR is the one who will set the employee salary, right? Because they will decide that this employee will get this much salary. So let's say, so in each company there we have a system, where in most of the in most of the days we have the system, right? Like mm, we have the system for employee to store the employee details, right? To store the employee details, right? So this is one of the class I have written, company employee, right? In which employee details is being stored, employee details
Yeah.
is being stored, right? And it includes everything: employee code, employee name, department, and what's the employee citizen, right? So here you can see that I have marked the data marked like employee code, employee name, department, and employee ctc, those as the private, right? So
Yeah.
whenever these details are private, it means that this is accessible within this class only. So
Yeah.
let's say if we have some other class which is we have other class, payroll, payroll or the accountant, right? So uh, to pay the employee salary, accountant needs to know what's the employee salary, right? But since this detail is confidential, accountant directly cannot access that, correct? There has to be some way to access the that detail only, not each and every detail.
Okay.
Okay. So to achieve the encapsulation, or to achieve the or to get the value of the private member, what we do is we create the public or protected setter and getter method, right? Setter method, what it will do, it will set the private variable value. It will set the private variable value, which will be linked with the particular object instance. And get employee and getter method, what it will do, it will return the that private variable value. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here you can see that I have what is this company employee? At line number 19, what is this company employee?
Constructor.
Priyanka, Udit,
Constructor, yes.
Priyanka,
Yeah, maybe.
maybe.
Yeah, your name is the same name, class name. So yeah.
So yeah, so it is it is a constructor, so there shouldn't be maybe, it should be a
Okay.
definite answer, right? That this is
Okay.
the constructor. So yeah, again I hope you now you get that I will ask question in the sessions as well, right? जो session cover हो चुके हैं उसके related, so that I know that how much you are following. Okay, so yeah, please be awake. Okay, just jokes apart, but yeah, this is the one of the constructor, that is the public, in which I am setting the details related to employee code, employee name, and the department, right? This employee code, employee name, and the department, and these all these are private, right? And I have created one more method to set the employee salary. So the reason I haven't set at the in the constructor is that whenever so I tried to link with real world, that most of the time any employee whenever any employee will be called, it will be like or let's say that yeah, or on any of the employee ID card, you will see the details related to employee code, employee name, and from which department the employee is, right? You won't see the employee salary. That will be set only. That will be set only by few people, right? Not by everyone. Like the HR will set that. And to get the and to fetch the details, I have set the I have created one method, get employee salary. For that this is like protected or public. We can set it as per our requirement. This will be either public or protected, right? No, since these two methods will be accessed from some other class, this will be either public or protected. All right, okay.
Okay.
Oh, now, so yeah, and similarly I have set I have created few more methods to get the employee details, like get employee name, get employee code, or this one. This will return the only single variable, which is the private one, right? Okay, so I have just created one class. Let's say this is not the encapsulation class, this is the accountant class, for example, accountant class or payroll team class. So what they will do, they will first they will get the employee, create the employee object, right? यहाँ से जो भी है वो, for example, right, the constructor. And then they'll set the employee salary. For example, HRS set the employee salary, right? And then we'll just once that salary is set, then that will be, then that can be fetched. Okay, that then that can be fetched using the object. सिर्फ method call ही करना है, nothing more else. जो getter method हमने set कर, जो get method हमने बनाई है, only we are calling that. More issues in this one? Or I think this is very much easy to understand.
Yeah, it's clear.
Everyone?
Yes.
Okay. I
Uh,
got here.
um, yeah, I know all the like access modifier, but I want to know the main difference between public and protected. Like as you said, like indirectly you have authority to use the time you have used the protected, right?
Okay. Okay. Now, okay, fine. We have already covered this in public and in access modifier, but yeah, for your question, I'll just answer this. So whenever you have the public, it means it is accessible everywhere inside the project,
Yeah.
right? Whenever this is protected, it means that particular this method is accessible in the same class. It is accessible in the subclass as well.
Yeah.
Subclass, I mean say child class,
Yes.
right? Now,
Okay.
but here is the catch. Uh, if they sorry when I say subclass okay, when I say subclass, it means that it is accessible, right? But let's say that I have created the object. Let's say I have created the object of this one, like say of I have created the I've just created the object of this one in any of this package, and I am trying to access the protected method, then I will not be able to access it. So within the same package, I will be able to access it. To access the protected variables outside the package, I need to make sure that class is the subclass. I think
Okay.
I have this like protected class B and protected class 1. We had this one, right? Where yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, protected class A, right? This is the protected void method name. This is in the this package flow control. Sorry, introduction one, protected class A, right? We have this method protected method name. Now to access this method, what we have done,
Extend the
we have extended that, right? That is
inheritance.
inheritance, right? So then only I'll be able to access it. If I don't inherit this one,
Yeah. Then you can't use that protect.
yes, then I cannot use this one. Even if I'll say that
So
then I will
basically, they need to
then
have a easier relationship. Then we can
yes,
use public
if
protected. Yeah.
when they are of they are when they are from the different package. But let's say if this class is in the same package, then I would be able to access that. In that case, I don't need to extend it. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
fine. All right, so clear.
Yeah. Clear.
Fine. Okay, so that's about the encapsulation access modifiers. Any doubt in this one?
There is only three access modifier.
And no, there
Four.
are four.
Four.
There
I
are
think
four.
it's a
There are
four. Yeah. The final
not the final, default.
default. Oh yeah.
Default. Okay, fine. Okay, then yep, that's it about the Java. All right, I'll just stop the recording for a moment.